I say, Fargo. What do you call a man with no arms and legs in a swimming pool?
I couldn't possibly tell you.
Bob. Look, you did a funny intro last time, and that was my funny intro. A
Yes.
joke.
Funny.
Let's get on to the thing that's actually funny.
This VHS tape isn't in 4x3.
Look, I've explained this to you multiple times. If you plug a VHS player into a 16:9 TV, all of it will be blue. I know this from experience.
Are you sure you didn't just mess up?
Maybe, I don't know. I'm not the AV guy who comes in and like sets up the TV in your school. Anyway, this is the thing, all right.
This was supposed to be a lot more anime and dramatic, but I was doing this and ran out of time.
Yeah, but it worked out great. Like I just thought, if I'm going to be doing these like previously on segments, I'm going to like have fun with them, and so got a bunch of things in there. By the way, the names that Dante was going for there, the first ones are a bunch of edgy characters and also Calamon from Digimon Tamers. The second lot were a bunch of Virtua Fighter characters, and the third lot were all characters from the hit anime Baku no Pico. Also, the
This is the first time I've noticed. Well, I've noticed it for the Whinger and the cow, which is obviously a Catcher in the Rye joke. I mean, Max is already called Caulfield.
Hmm.
The Whinger and the cow is not a clever whatever.
This is a clever thing, though. This is actually based off a bug that Naughty Dog, Don't Nod, did, in which you're meant to receive a text message in episode 2 saying don't overwater your plant, because you're only meant to water it like once. And because that text message didn't go out, everyone's plant died. Because apparently this is a plant that will die if you water it twice in 2 days.
That's very unfortunate. I can't imagine what happens if it rains.
Oh god, yeah, like the whole world ends up looking like Fallout 4.
This Principal Wells joke, I wish I had maybe done another revision of because it goes on too long.
Yeah, possibly. This is like you adopted like pretty much all the Wells scenes in the future. Although I did veto a couple of them for my own purposes. Editing this one was also a pain in the bum.
Most of them are.
Yeah,
for
like
Principal Wells.
yeah, like Max going away there. That was actually reversed. There's just not a lot of footage there.
That probably should have been cut at the way before.
Yeah, this entire like first bit kind of goes on too long, but at the same time, this is the shortest episode.
This is a very well-paced episode.
Yeah, I don't know. Also, this is a strange joke. Just listen to her. This little angel at work with 3 men in a motel room. I don't know, like occasionally I just need like a filler kind of joke just so I can get to the next like major bit that I've planned out, and I'm not quite sure what I was thinking there, but people liked it, I
It
suppose.
fits Max's character. She is unbelievably mean.
She is, and I feel like it's still like kept up the chemistry between the two. And here's Jefferson. Now, Jefferson, I'm surprised we haven't mentioned this earlier. I had no idea what I was doing with Jefferson.
No, we did start planting Beatles references early, which I think paid off later.
Very much so. But with Jefferson, I feel like his entire like character in the first bit is he's shaggy, but he also possibly wants to sleep with his students, and I thought, no, I don't want that anymore.
No,
So
that's kind of creepy.
Episode 3, I kind of like rejected it. Although all of it like paid off, how he was acting in the previous episodes paid off completely.
I like how his hand has that little movement when he says Yoko Ono.
Yeah, I
The
deliberately
truest of
synced up.
put-downs.
I deliberately synced it up for that.
Very nice.
This bit was going to be longer. I was going to have like a big conversation with Warren in it, then I thought, nah, don't need it. Just
You kind
explosion.
of, your tolerance for Warren was beginning to wane at this point.
Yeah. Don't ask about the pineapples.
That was. I never did.
No, you didn't. I'm surprised no one's questioned about the pineapples. Like, I think you were too distracted by that joke because you love that joke.
Any joke that like confirms. Oh, I actually fight not to have this in.
Yes, you did, but I fought to have it in. So continue your thing about pineapple. Your swiping.
I mean, any joke that like paints Max as a horrible person generally goes over well with me.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Also, quick bit about David Cage. I put him in just because I thought, why don't we just have him in every episode now? It's quite a change from when I didn't want him in episode 2.
I'm also curious, does Madison like work 24 hours a day?
Madison?
Not Madison. David.
David, sure, yeah. Where are
He
you getting
seems to be
Madison from?
I don't know.
Yeah, you don't know. We'll just say that, yeah, he works 24 hours a day. He works days and nights in order to support his family. A lot of
To be
dimes
fair,
don't pay much.
Chloe is not. I'm still unsure if Chloe's mother owns that diner or not.
Yeah, I don't know either. She seems to be like a head waitress or something. I'm not sure. I don't know how the diner hierarchy works.
I know. Oh, go on.
I was just gonna say they probably need a lot of money to bail Chloe out of jail all the time.
I know. At least I think both of us and Cole really wanted to avoid too many lesbian jokes, just for the sake of obviousness.
Yeah, sometimes I'd think of a lesbian joke, but I'd replace it with the word hipster, which is why I was kind of confused when you said, "Oh yeah, we avoided hipster jokes, didn't we?" I was like, "Did we?"
More in like making fun of hipsters. I feel like there isn't. In general, it's not too mean-spirited a series as much as I tried to make it one.
No. There's no. Well, there's one lesbian joke, as we heard. However, like that one was deliberately put in because it's like Madsen's not a very nice person.
No.
Not very considerate, and so I feel like that one works.
Did you say Madison?
You've got me started now. You've got me started on like pulling this random name out of the air. It's Madsen, not Madison. Yep. Madsen. God, we're losing our minds doing this. And we've deliberately spaced it out recording these as well, so we don't lose our minds. But it's still happening. God.
Were we ever gonna have a joke where the dog got hurt?
I think I considered something about it, but I decided, you know what, I'm just not going to have the dog in it at all, because any joke where the dog got hurt, I just felt like, no, this is like framing Max as unlikable.
Yeah. I like how the knife is in the corner.
The one thing I've always hated is how like inventory items would be in the corner. Actually, you can see an inventory item in the corner of the thumbnail of the first episode. I don't know. It's terrible. I hated it. I wanted to keep all HUD elements out of the videos, but sometimes it just wouldn't work.
They're also just the wrong size for cropping. They're a bit too big.
They are. I can't get them out. It's terrible. Sometimes I try sometimes, but it didn't always work.
And now we enter Wilhelm.
Ah, yes, Wilhelm. Wilhelm was just brilliant.
Wilhelm was the character I was most disappointed doesn't have as much screen time.
Yeah, we had massive plans for Wilhelm. We had massive plans for this entire like alternate timeline stuff that comes in, but it just never really happened.
It gets cut a bit short.
It does. But I am very glad about what I did, because I took a character who I thought was incredibly kind of dull in the actual game and just completely made him fun and lovable. Like, everyone loved Wilhelm as soon as they saw him. Oh yes, Chloe's dad, actual dad, is a Nazi scientist. Of course.
I mean, that all makes sense to me.
Yeah. And then
that is a loud record scratch.
It is. I kept up the that sound effect on the actual alternate timeline stuff for these two episodes, 3 and 4, But I did change it for the final one because there was going to be a lot of them.
So this is supposed to be a cover of the Mogwai song, and I think it came out sounding nothing like it, and I'm not sure how I did it. I know I changed the time signature. The time signature in the original song is something very strange, like 13/9, and I just changed it to 4/4 because I don't think it syncs up as well.
Well, that's something for all you music fans out there.
I'm probably wrong. I'm not good with time signatures, so if anyone wants to correct me, keep it to yourself.
Wow.
Or tell me in the comments, I don't care.
Yeah, you can do. Also ask us questions. Why not? And here's a joke which I was stressing about massively. Because this is dark.
It is.
I think at one point there was an idea to like have him say, "And behold, the final weapon, Metal Gear," and that really wouldn't have worked out well. That would have gone down very poorly, I think.
No, it also... It's good because in episode 4 it's much easier to portray her as just the horrible product of her father's madness, rather than... Because she doesn't do anything weapon-like.
No, she doesn't. She doesn't at all. But it was... It all worked out in the end,
There is
I feel.
a next time, isn't there?
Not a next time, just an ending joke. I was trying to think of a next time thing, but the footage I had for the next episode was just a club scene. It was boring.
Yeah.
So, sad whale noises. I cry every time. Right.
And that's that.
Yeah, and that's episode 3. The shortest episode, and I feel like it could have been even shorter, really, but for what it's worth, I think this is the episode I'm most... Well, not including the final episode. The episode I'm most happy with. I feel like what's in it works the best.
I think it's the most relentlessly well-paced.
Yeah.
Even the final episode, just by virtue of being the final episode, is not as well-paced.
No, well, there was a lot going on in the final episode I wanted to fit in, and the final episode came in just like shovel everything in, wind up all of these characters, be satisfying. This episode, I just wanted to like get the story beats completely out of the way, and I cut out a lot of the pointless bits. Like, there's a bit in the game where you just wander around the diner. You need to find like the right conversation topic to make Frank pull out his keys.
Oh yeah, Nathan's there.
Yeah, Nathan's there. There's a police officer there, and I'm like, that's boring. That's boring. I don't want to do anything with that. So I just said, yeah, Frank just pulls out his keys because he's so polite.
He's so nice, so Canadian.
Yeah, anyone can joyride my vehicle. Whatever. Say hello to my doggy.
Who never turns up.
No, well, I couldn't think of anything to do. There's not a lot to do with Pompidou, really. He only appears for this one bit in this one episode.
Oh dear. Right. Well, shall we call it there?
Yes, I believe so. So tune in next time for the Max who sold the world. Stop that.